So yeah, and that's generally what most physicians have to say about the side effects of Hubba Bubba gum popping within your anal cavity. Anyway, oh shit. Hi.
Ah!
How's it going? That was kind of lame. I used the same joke from the pre-recording that I used in the actual recording.
Oh shit! You mean that's a super secret, juicy Patreon information.
That was double mint Patreon.
Double mint Patreon.
Fucking double mint, bro. Like, you even mint, but do you double mint, bro?
Oh, I lost focus.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to partake in the sweet, sweet nectar of the god. You see,
Everybody,
Sober September is
congratulate
one-
Josh on Sober September. That was hard.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And since this episode airs in October, it counts.
That's
No,
true.
no, no. Remember, the story was you actually started on August 31st, so you've completed a month. And you deliberately did this because you knew we were recording on the 30th
I mean,
of September.
today especially because I'm having some kind of wicked allergic reaction of some kind. And so we're not going to go with modern Western medicine. We're going to go
When
with
the Hubba Bubba bubble popped, it popped.
Did this
on his
allergy
face.
start before or after the drinking?
It started this
Yeah.
morning when I woke up.
You might be allergic to like over 30 days of sobriety.
That's exactly what I'm allergic to.
Yeah, it starts making you feel like you got maced, like you went
Yeah.
eye to eye with a bunghole
With a bumhole.
after Taste the Tape, which is one of the many things that we'll talk about after we introduce ourselves, because I went to plug something before we said
I
hi.
am the great Cornholio.
Something about a cornhole, I'll tell you what, right now. You're going to need more than teepee. You're going to need some aloe vera for the burn. Be glad it's not your septic tank. Welcome to the Black Tower Podcast, a Wheel of Time podcast. I'm your not green squishy Mahale, but still squishy in a different way, I guess. I don't know what that means. My name's Andrew. I'm the Bijan Mahale.
My name is Josh. I am the Sorovan Mahale. And I apologize for the pause there, but I see that Reese has her squishy out, and that makes
One of
me
them.
feel things.
I'm Reese, your Athan aloe vera Mahale.
Makes me feel things too. Chiefly amongst those feelings is inadequacy, but you know.
Wait, hold on.
Life
I'll
goes
find
on.
it.
Exactly that.
Hold on. Here we go. Oh, here it is.
I bet it looks huge in this squishy.
I shall call him, and he shall be mine.
Oh, y'all, we have some fantastic stuff coming up. Again, as you're listening to this, it is either in October or if you're listening live, it is essentially October. There is exactly 1 week left, and you have until midnight Eastern time or 11:59 Eastern time p.m. on October 7th to get your in-person attendance tickets for the Gathering Madness. It will be in Ogden, Utah at the Alaskan Inn and Spa. If you want more information, you can go over to blacktowerpod.com, click on the Gathering Madness picture, or just do blacktowerpod.com/TGM, as in the Gathering Madness. Shocker, I know, right? And get all the fantastic information there. You can also buy your tickets there. There's 2 beautiful ticket links towards the bottom that will take you straight to where
They're
you
beautiful
can just get it on
links.
PayPal.
The best ticket links. They work
Golden
great.
and beautiful.
Ticket links for the greatest event.
When
the
you
most
click on them,
beautiful event.
PayPal will come to you with tears in their eyes. I kid you not. Say, please buy these tickets from this fantastic podcast.
You know what?
It's the greatest trade deal in the history of trade deals.
I know. This
No
is
tariffs.
a Wheel of Time podcast and not a political podcast. But I genuinely hope that our next president is as impressionable. Like we can do impressions.
Oh,
If we
yeah.
can't do if we get some guy who's just like not at all able to do an impression of him, that'll be a shame.
Oh, that won't happen.
So
The
I want a
American
president
public
with
is
Gilbert
too
Gottfried's
impressionable.
voice.
elect a president that I could do an impression of.
I want a president with like Gilbert Gottfried's voice and mannerisms. And we're gonna bomb your ass. Like,
Today, I'm addressing the UN. You guys suck.
They actually have in
The State of the Union is strong.
when
What
I
does that
when I was
even
in
mean?
college. When I was in college, we actually did a class on the first televised presidential debate and how it completely turned the tides of the election. And every election since then has been very much decided by visual rather than
Oh yeah,
politics.
yeah.
And it was just
What kinds
it's
of? Go ahead, finish up. Sorry.
no, that was all. It's interesting how like how much we rely on like that political like fervor
Yeah.
as opposed to like actually looking up the policy. We'll
What
take the character over the quality.
What kinds of nuance? You know, this actually
Fervor
so
over the policy, character over the quality. Fucking Reese Sedai out here spitting bars.
boom, boom, like flames, man.
Straight out of the Black Tower.
You know, this actually is kind of cool though, because this actually ties into our topic tonight because
That we haven't spoiler warned yet.
one of the
Be
main
careful.
themes in the books is that in the White Tower, people's actual ability to contribute, people's actual capability are often shrouded because the White Tower cares about like one thing. Well, two things. They care about how old you are and how strong you are in the power. And if you're stronger in the power and if you're older, you're pretty much in charge everywhere you go. Unless you're going up against someone who has a higher rank, which is a sitter, and then an Ajah head, and then the Amyrlin Seat herself.
What kind of title is that, too? They don't even look after children. Bullshit. Anyway, before we get into the spoiler warning, because I know we're itching for this episode, and I know Josh is. I know he's itching.
Or a bitch.
Yeah, and not just because of allergies. All right, folks. You already know the wheel weaves as it wills, but sometimes
It does.
the wheel weaves some really awesome merch. And that's where New Creations by Jen comes in.
Woo!
Whether you're looking for custom Wheel of Time goodies, handmade fandom creations, or that perfect gift to show off your nerd cred, Jen's got you covered. We're talking mugs, shirts, stickers, jewelry, you name it. New Creations by Jen makes it, her and Rob, and it's all high quality, handcrafted, and straight from the heart of the fandom. So head on over to newcreationsbyjen.com, support an incredible small business, and treat yourself to something amazing. And hey, while you're there, let her know the Black Tower podcast sent you. But don't send us the bill, because that's on you. But feel free to show us what Black Tower podcast stuff you buy. We'd love to see it.
That's right.
Tag us on our social media. Send us a picture. You can even
Oh,
mail it to
send
us.
A picture of your BTP merch. We'll share it on our socials.
Yeah.
We will. I promise.
We'll do it.
Ashamon's honor.
Totally,
bro.
Fucking totally, dude.
totally, dude.
But, bitch. Let's get y'all ready for today's episode with a nice, fantastic spoiler warning from our fantastic, lovely friend, perhaps one of our most normal friends, Norm.
Hello, I'm Tam Sorrell Norm. You may remember me from the Dusty Wheel or the Black Tower podcast. I'm here to give you a public service announcement about spoilers, as this episode may contain some. As if you didn't already know that, like watching the film Titanic and being surprised that the boat sinks at the end of the movie. Hello, moron. The movie is called Titanic. Of course the boat fracking sinks. This show is called the Black Tower Podcast, as in from the Wheel of Time. And these three guys are Ashaman. Well, at least two of them. I don't know about it. Anyway, you have been warned.
I don't know about that Josh guy either. He seems pretty shifty. Y'all should look into that.
He's been shifty the last month, doing this weird thing where he avoided the taint.
Shifty the last month.
Okay, extra shifty. Like avoiding people in Dragon Reborn, extra shifty.
That's what I'm doing. I'm in my Dragon Reborn era.
I'm running away, don't follow my Taviran trail arc. Oh, Reese, what and or whom may we be discussing this fine evening?
Well, let's see. Today, we're diving into one of those characters who doesn't get much page time, but his fingerprints are all over the tower's biggest disasters. We know who you are. Let me see how to say this properly, because I don't.
Say my name.
Jarna Malari. That's what I'm going with.
Oh, we're not gonna
Mallory.
go with, like,
Mallory.
Swedish, where you say a J is a Y. Jarna.
Jarna.
Jarna Malari.
It doesn't have a Y in the pronunciation, so no, I'm not going with it.
Oh
Oh,
shit.
fuck. Where's my page that has that? Oh, no. I accidentally closed it. They're sneaking into my Google Chrome tabs. They're closing my fucking Jarna Malari page. Yeah, it is Mallory. I was definitely saying Malari.
Malari. Mallory.
Fucking-
Yeah. Jarna
Jarna
Mallory.
I didn't even look at her to notice it.
Jarna Malari.
Which is the story of Jarna.
This is
Looked
the
at but
story
not
of a
really
criminal.
noticed. Oh, yes. Jarna Malari. Her name may not ring bells for casual readers.
Yeah, you casuals. Get out of here.
Fucking filthy
Actually,
casuals.
don't get out of here. This
Like
is
all
our,
the Xbox players that just suddenly started playing Helldivers and were like, oh, yeah. You weren't at Malevelon Creek. You weren't there.
You didn't fight the clankers. I was there.
It doesn't matter that I haven't logged in for months. You weren't at the creek. Anyway, hardcore fans and those that love delving into the deeper crevices of Robert Jordan's
Or
pages, if you will, the crevasses of the pages a la Jordan, know that Jara was freaking huge behind the
Huge.
scenes. Freaking
Ample.
huge.
Ample even. She was ample.
Ample. Yeah,
Ample.
that is definitely a Jordanian word.
Mhm.
Like, as in Robert Jordan, not Jordan the country. So here is a good, and this might be a theme amongst some of our suggested guidelines or outlines. It's more like suggestion for these episodes. A framing question here at the start that kind of is supposed to be in the background, maybe help get our minds to put this whole conversation in a kind of directed focus theme for us, especially Josh, to immediately forget about. Because we all do it, and poor Josh. No one tries harder to focus on the topic than Josh and gets defeated by just fucking
Everything.
life being an asshole. You're like, no, you will not focus. There is no concrete topic here.
It's like I've said, the bricks of the Black Tower are held together by the mortar of the random side tower.
Also known as the people that did not make it through training.
That's
This
right.
is not the mortar you're looking for.
Oh, look, it's the bones of random side topic number 7. So, is Jarna one of the most influential villains in the tower, or just a pawn that got played by bigger fish? Sub question: how did the fish play chess with no thumb and not knock over their own king? Because everyone knows if you move a chess piece and you accidentally knock over your own king,
That means you
you
lost.
lose. You surrender.
You
Done.
lose.
So, let's get into it. Most people, if you've listened this far, you're probably asking yourself, who in the hell is Jarna Malari?
And how are her fins so big that they can knock
So
over
big.
a king?
The most beautiful
on a
fins,
chessboard?
the greatest
Huge
fins.
fins. Amazing fins.
So,
Terrible
you may be
fish.
surprised.
Lots of fish.
You may be surprised given the tonality of this discussion and the thumbnail, if you've seen it.
So,
But Jarna has 2 faces, much like Harvey. Can we trust him? Harvey Dent. Can we trust him?
okay, so a couple things I really, really love about Jarna.
Jarna,
This is a
the
character
Aes
who
Sedai.
is largely unknown, right?
Mhm.
A lot of
Uh-huh.
people aren't having conversations about Jarna Malari. That's fun to say too. Jarna Malari. But nobody's talking
I feel
about
like
it. And
an
I feel
asshole for making fun of her when we talk about her.
like I feel like it's important to note that because some of the most effective villains do their shit so that nobody knows who they are or what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I realize I just kind of gave a spoiler away, but it's not really a spoiler because we've been talking about it this whole time. She was Black Ajah.
What?
I know, but
What?
she was loved and widely loved and respected by.
She was a model of virtue with saintly reputation. How could this possibly be?
You spout lies and slander, Sorvan Mahel. You will be held to tower law. So publicly, she held high office, right? You mentioned it earlier. You were trying to avoid spoilers before the spoiler warning.
Spoiler.
Not only was she an Aes Sedai, so she already made it that far. Not only that, she was of the Gray Ajah. She's pretty neutral, known for diplomacy and negotiation.
And
She was
seated.
on top of all the babies for the Gray Ajah. She was a sitter.
She was
She like, she had 5 stars. 5 stars on Yelp as a sitter for the neighborhood known as Tarvalon. You had a baby, she'd sit on it. And she was the best.
Time.
If you needed to negotiate and have diplomacy with the baby, she was the best. She could always find the middle ground with the baby. No, she was a Gray Ajah sitter. Like, there's only 3 of them at a time. And she was one. She was a third of the leading structure of the Gray Ajah.
She was 0.333 repeating.
Oh, and she repeated. Actually, I would say that she was so influential that she got rid of the repeating and became 0.34, reducing the others to 0.32.
The audacity.
Hey, she's got 2 first names. Jarna Malari. All right. That's why she got 2 first names. But she had a secret. Shocking. Like Josh already said, she was Black Ajah. But she wasn't just any Black Ajah. Not only did she excel amongst the Gray Ajah, she excelled amongst the Black Ajah because in that, let me check my notes, also known as somebody else's notes, known as the Wheel of Time Companion, she served as the head of the Supreme Council of the Black Ajah. She was essentially the Amyrlin Seat-esque of the Black Ajah.
So she was a sitter both for the gray and the black. Wow. She wore multiple shawls.
She sat on the good babies and the bad babies. She truly was a mediator. True gray at heart. Fucking nuts. This is somebody that took the idea of excelling at everything you do to heart. She didn't give a shit if it was like for good or for bad. She's like, I'm gonna just do my best. And the best she did.
I mean, she made it. She
Ain't
rose.
no mountain too high, ain't no valley too low.
She rose to the top, brother, sister.
She led the Black Ajah with her 21-inch pythons.
Black Ajah to try and bring the power to the Dark One. Oh yeah.
By day she sold peck nectar. By night she sold steroids. Now all I can think of is like just the jacked Jarna Malari. Just like, you know, what is it, like Shrek 2 with the fairy godmother?
Yes.
And Shrek like beats up one of her like potion like mixers and he just puts the suit with the hands over his head. Doesn't cover his body at all. That's Jarna walking around in like a gray robe. Just
working.
yeah. I didn't just watch that this past week.
No, of course not.
Why not?
Yeah. But so here's the kind of crazy thing about her being like, in the Gray Ajah. And Reese, I think, I know you know where I'm about to go with this.
Oh,
I have a sneaking suspicion. It's almost like if there was an Ajah that was built, like unintentionally built to hide the existence of the Black Ajah, it's the Gray Ajah. The ones responsible for like, hey, whoa, let's talk about this. Let's
That's the
discuss
Gray
this.
summed up in a sentence. Hey, whoa, hey.
You might be right.
Well,
what if you're not?
You know, yeah, I appreciate the accuracy at this point, but I also don't appreciate, the implications of this point.
Because of the implication.
Nobody's
What if
going
you
to
know
act
where
on
I'm
the
going?
implication,
Oh.
It's
Nothing's
the
gonna happen.
implication. It's not,
But it's
nothing's
right because of the implication.
exactly. You get it.
Jarna's definitely like a part of the Ajah that for every statement ever made just goes, hey, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
She's the allegedly woman. Also, since
We
we brought
charged Jarna Malari for being Black Ajah. She's like, hey, allegedly.
since we brought Shrek into this, I love that Pinocchio is just an Aes Sedai. I might be in a position of knowing where they might not be going. Like that is such a fucking Aes Sedai answer.
Just talking around all the lies.
Perfect.
So, rewatching Shrek and Shrek 2 have like made me more so think like these are not children's movies.
It's amazing
like-
how many aren't. Like when you go back and you rewatch it, like,
I was like rewatching Shrek and I'm like, how many times did they fucking cuss in this movie?
welcome to Deluxe. Such a
Parfaits might be the best thing in the whole damn planet. And I'm like, what the fuck did Donkey just say?
No! Ogres are not like party.
No! Aes Sedai are not like cakes.
They're like onions.
But yeah, so yeah, she's in the Gray Ajah that's known for being diplomatic and middle ground, and yeah, that kind of
The negotiator. Yes. The
gives you,
negotiator.
it's like, it's almost like it's the perfect devil's advocate Ajah for everyone. They could be like, well, also.
But consider the ramifications, madam, if you're wrong about your accusations.
It's like the Trade Federation from episode 1. Johanna.
And at the same time, this is also an Ajah that's known for their like diplomacy, their middle ground. That gives, somebody like Jarna.
Johanna. Johanna.
And I looked at Jarna, tears in my eyes. I swear to the creator.
Okay, but
I could just imagine now, like, Suwon as the Amyrlin, just watching as, like, Jarna walks in the door and just been like, yes, Jarna, the negotiator. Like General Grievous, whenever he sees, like, Obi-Wan. Yes, the negotiator.
Thing, master. The negotiations were short.
Like my penis.
Hey, like my lightsaber. Okay, so she's also she's
like my light
proud. She rises to the top, and she comes
Ain't
in.
nobody
about
gonna
the same
stop.
time as
Jarna Malari.
So she comes around in New Spring, right? Where she basically does her Gray Ajah bullshit with Moraine, and she's like, "Oh, are you going to take the Sun Throne? It would be lovely if we had an Aes Sedai."
Oh, we're doing chronological first.
And Moraine is like, "Oh hell!" And Jarna doesn't know that Moraine and Swan witnessed the foretelling. Yeah, Jarna doesn't know. Jarna doesn't know.
Don't tell Jarna.
Jarna doesn't know that Swan and me know about the Dragon Reborn prophecy.
That would be a good. That would be a good one for What Idol.
She tortured Tamra.
It'd be good, but there'd be so many people just being like, "Who the fuck is Jarna?"
So don't tell Jarna.
You have to play this whole episode about Jarna before playing that, so people didn't just go like, so people that weren't just like, "Who actually is Jarna? Like, who is that?" The casuals.
Yeah, take that song that I just wrote and put it like in the beginning. That'd be good. No,
but
but
you have to play the whole thing so that What Idol people would know who Jarna is. So then the What Idol submission would make sense.
There you go.
Otherwise, they'd be like, "Is this a Wheel of Time character? Like what?"
Nope, it's not. I guess you're just gonna have to read another book.
They actually just pulled like a character from like the Silmarillion or whatever.
But
The silly Marillion
Jarna approaches Moraine and is like, "Oh yes, Sun Throne." But she's also she's wearing her many shawls, and she also orders the torture and murder, most foul of
Murdered who?
Ospenya, who you will know was the Amyrlin Seat at the time of the foretelling of the birth of the Dragon Reborn.
Wait,
Mm,
you mean
allegedly.
Tamra of Tamra Searches? Tamra of Tamra Searches fame?
What do you mean, language?
Tamra of the legendary Tamra Searches order? Ones went to look for the... we do not speak it. Lest the unfavorable section show up to protest.
Well, but this is one of those. Okay, this is one of those mistakes. Now we don't really get a lot of purview into Tamra Ospenya and why she makes the decision that she does, but she makes the decision to keep the foretelling a secret. Moraine and Swan, by coincidence and or by will of the wheel that weaves, are a
Wheel.
witness to this. And so we leave this room with three people
in the
knowing
sky
about the
keeps on
foretelling.
weaving.
Tamra, Moraine, and Swan, and of course, Katara dies in the foretelling.
Child.
Tamra tells, I want to say, 4 other Aes Sedai, one of them being Karini, and of course we know
a total of
Karini-
7, including 7, including Suan and
and Moraine.
yeah.
But all those Aes Sedai are killed, and Tamra is also killed at Jarna's orders. So she's
We do know why she keeps it a secret. She's worried about infiltration from Dark Friends and Aes Sedai who would try to control him. So it's a very generic thing. But I think even then there was a generic concern. I think Tamra and them around her time, not to interrupt you too much, but they were generically aware. This was a time when Aes Sedai had the last slivers of self-awareness, where they were there's dark friends in every other segment of society. There surely could be some around the White Tower. They might just be guards, but still, we have to be careful. It wasn't like the modern, brainwashed, White Tower that's oh, our tower is white and pure, and so we are also pure. There can be no taintedness here. Pompous pricks.
Tell us how you really feel.
Putting the fucking douche in douche canoe.
Don't hold back now.
Let it all out.
I did do a
No,
Kleenex. I feel
but
better.
she's a very highly effective, highly
Literally.
skilled,
Flush it. Drop the kids off at the pool.
highly favored member of the Black Ajah. I missed it.
You said let it all out, and I said I did. Here, into a Kleenex. And you said throw it away. Put it, flush it down the toilet.
That's right.
Drop the kids off at the pool, and that's the one that fucking got me.
Just like a pumpkin spice dude wipe.
At the pool.
At-
Drop those kids off.
I don't know if I'd use that on the front though. That seems a little weird. That's an exit only wipe. Well, I mean, technically, I guess both sides are exit only.
but Jarna's, you would think that as effective and awesome as she is, she would be untouchable, right? Well, you would be wrong. Because remember, kids, the higher you climb, the further you fall.
I feel like that was a leading question. Oh, you think this, right? Well, you're wrong.
Exactly. That's exactly.
That's entrapment, sir.
Yeah, well, I'm not a cop, so.
Entrapment doesn't just apply to cops.
You could be. You're real good at it.
And who also says they're not a cop? The undercover cops.
Undercover cops? Okay, so what happens next?
What happens next, Aethon Mahale?
I don't like
Defend us from not knowing what happens next. Please. Please
okay,
defend us.
Hold on.
Defensor my fortis.
Whoa.
That's the security forces slogan for
Gotta
anybody
get ready.
that didn't know. Oh.
Okay.
What's that song, Roxanne? You don't have to put on the red dress tonight. We need a rendition. You don't have to put on the red glove tonight.
Except I do.
You don't have to put on the red glove tonight.
Probably the best version of that is the Moulin Rouge version.
Okay, so let's see. Where are we?
I don't think it'd be third or something.
So
There's definitely not number cues or something on this that I'm hinting at.
if I were to, just pick out a
You were a
third,
counting girl.
if I were counting the points in this story, I would say that a big part in her story is her role in the conspiracy against, to depose Suwan. The potential support of the dragon, she feared could destabilize the tower. And she worked with Elida and some of the other sitters to build momentum for the coup. In fact, she took her gloves off.
Wait, what?
Hmm.
I missed all of that. I thought she died before that.
No. Her death isn't referenced until Crown of Swords.
Oh shit! All right.
In fact, according to
Do you want these?
Reese, I may have failed you.
I'll give these out.
Yeah, by the way, when you come to the Gathering Madness, if you're participating in inappropriate behaviors, the Aethon Mahale has some gloves to give you.
You will be. I will throw the glove at you.
I'd say I may have failed you. I may have failed you in the way that the synopsis makes the building and contributions that Jarna made to the coup of Suwan sound a lot sooner than they are, and a lot of this is inference rather than like book to book. So I have failed you in that regard.
Wow.
I'm gonna put these gloves back on my heart.
I don't want to get slapped again.
Yeah, you do.
It helps if I search Suwan, not Su Lin, but I'm looking for that. This depends. Hold on.
Well, so where I was going next.
Hold on.
Okay, you go. What you looking at, fool? This moment, like to.
Okay. I have a correction if you would like to redo, and then we can cut out the previous.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we can infer. I think I could still like argue and make it, but we don't have to do that. If you want to redo your fantastic fanfare with the correction that's now there, talking about like her position in the tower, shadowy actions, and leading into her death.
Okay, because she did kind of. I was looking at the Watt Wiki at the same time.
Even that's not. Hold on. Even this isn't entirely right. This is the problem of ChatGPT, but at least I know, at least right now, it's right. I'm paying attention.
I was laughing so hard. We were laughing so hard at ChatGPT on Sunday, I think it was. It was either Saturday night or Sunday night. All of us were trying to do it was, and by all of us, I mean me, Damon, and his son Colin. We're all trying different versions, trying to make what I wanted to do. I'm trying to create like a badge with like the Aes Sedai seal, and so I'm trying to create like the Aes Sedai symbol, but like with the white side looking more like a flame as like a background.
Right.
And it is so hard to get it to like, okay, now flip that upside down. Okay, now get rid of the dots. Now get rid of the dots. Okay, get rid of the spots. Get rid of the white and black circles inside of the full spot. And it's just like trying to figure out how to get it to understand what you want it to do.
Yeah.
And all of us are just like, okay, now flip that over. I'm sorry, flip that over vertically. Like
So okay. I'm going to make adjustments. There's a lot of this doesn't make some of this doesn't make sense. This is what happens whenever like we make or I say we, like I wasn't the one that did this. Make this suggestion kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And then like I then look at her account, and I'm like, she doesn't have a lot here. Let's do it this way. So still move on, but we're skipping 3. There's no 3. Just move on to 4. And this is the consequences of her action.
Okay.
I've already had to correct it before because before I had one that was just like, yeah, she was killed by Shadar Haran in a way where she screamed but didn't get to make a noise, and I'm like, that's not at all how that happened. So okay, number 4, consequences of her actions goes into immediate fallout, long-term effects, her downfall, and then we can go into a bit of an analysis. I am so sorry.
That's okay. I'm used to feeling stupid, so
At least we caught it. At least we caught it
So-
now. You're not stupid. I am, because I fucking let a thing do a thing.
Yeah, stop letting things do things.
I trusted a fucking clanker. That's my goddamn problem. Fucking automaton.
here you
That's what I
go.
get for using a Stream Deck.
Here you go.
Just make. Yeah, I already feel inadequate enough, Reese. I need to feel like 4x.
All right, and back in.
And go. So, Reese, Jarna does a lot of stuff. All right. Behind the scenes, we don't get to see a lot of it. A lot of it's over and done before the books start. There's consequences. In the words of John Wick, consequences. Let's talk about some of those. I feel like you're prepared to talk about the dirty details.
Glove up. I'm ready.
Do it.
So the consequences are a bit dirty.
Just like your
I just touched my mouth with the gloves.
Ew.
Anyway, so immediate fallout. She's in a lot of this, behind the scenes with the early, Black Ajah White Tower infiltration. So one of the earliest things is that she has Tamra assassinated, which just throws the whole tower leadership into turmoil, which actually kind of weakens their, the ability to locate and influence the Dragon Reborn in his youth. So that's kind of her first role, is to kind of just torpedo that opportunity there, get rid of the person who's spearheading that campaign, and ta-da, now the White Tower has no influence on young Dragon Reborn. Ta-da.
Professional.
Well, but-
we call this a whoopsie doodle.
Whoopsie.
Fucked up a bit.
Doesn't she also have she actually puts out the order to kill him, right? To find him and kill him.
Well, that comes later.
Oh, that comes later.
Yeah, this we're talking about the immediate effects of her actions.
I don't know Jarna as well as I thought I did.
You don't
That's
know
fair.
Mallory.
That's I'll be honest, that's fair. I didn't know
You
her
don't
very
talk
well
about
before today.
Jarna. Josh
No.
don't talk about Jarna.
No. Okay, so
We have more effects.
pick that up then, because I'm
I think-
missing.
I'm saying that with definitive answers, like I wasn't just like wrong about a bunch of shit. That if you wanted to hear, you should have been here live.
Okay, so while this did work immediately to kind of disrupt the initial kind of hunt for the Dragon Reborn, it did kind of end up seeming short-sighted and a bit risky, and eventually led to her downfall, kind of leaving the leadership of the Black Ajah open, because she acted quickly. There wasn't, there's not much to go on at the time. And while she made her, she kind of made her move. She looked at what was there, and it didn't necessarily work out quite as well as she originally planned. And while it did keep the White Tower from gaining full control of the dragon, it also kind of prevented the dark side from finding him as well. So it ended up kind of not being the best. And her downfall, boy, was it a good one.
Because like Josh said, part of this issue, as we're getting into her downfall, because I realize this isn't exactly typed here, should be, is after the failure of the interrogation and subsequent, assassination of Tamra, to try to figure out the results of guitars, like they didn't know what they were looking for. They just knew something had happened related potentially to the Dragon Reborn. And she found out enough to know that there was a Dragon Reborn. As the leader of the head of the Supreme Council of the Black Ajah, Jarna ordered the search for and killing of the Dragon Reborn, like Josh was saying earlier.
Yeah.
And this is where we get into and this helps explain why the guy that had a massive issue with that, whose name we're about to hear from Reese, had a bit of an issue with not necessarily the first part of that order, but the killing part of that order. Take it away. Gloved up my hail.
That name, that name. We gotta take the gloves off to hear.
Oh, oh, that's some nice hang time right there.
I have to stay there. I'm
I feel
sorry.
like I'm in a Skinamax movie right now. It's getting hot.
I gotta leave it. I gotta.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Let's see. The person that thought her actions were a bit too risky was none other than Ishamael. And he had a special kind of he had a special thing in mind for her to as a result of her what he considered downfall. And he trapped her in a terangrial. And this is where it gets real fun, you know, with
this shows some nastiness behind Ishii.
Do we ever know what the terangrial is?
No.
Or did they just say trapped her in a terangrial?
Just trapped her in one, because we only get this information from a callback in where did I put it? Crown of Swords prologue from the where is it? I believe it's the perspective of Alviarin, where she talks about what did happen in the past. Her words, not mine. I don't speak like.
So is this like an elevator? She's like stuck in an elevator in a building with no power, and it just keeps playing somebody's Bluetooth like dun, 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 dun.
We made a joke in middle school that it was like the first part of like Papa Roach's Last Resort. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort.
Well,
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Over and over.
that's the one.
But you know, I have a feeling that this is worse given the kind of latter parts of after the time. Yeah, you'll know what I'm saying whenever you know what I'm saying whenever Reese finishes what she was saying. Because this is an exceptionally brutal part of the story that I think is very easily overlooked.
I'm gonna bring this out,
especially because it's in a prologue.
This I'm gonna bring out for your emotional support. So
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you suction cupped like a bubble thing to the end of like one of the smaller blue squishies.
I did.
Oh. All right.
I'm just kidding. This is your emotional support squishy. So I'm going to do this for you so you can feel better about what I'm about to say. So when Ishamael trapped her in this terangrial, here, just look at when Ishamael trapped her in this terangrial.
Just look at the pretty colors, George.
Yeah, it's great. She was stuck in this for days before dying. And during that time, during those 10 days, she just shrieked for 10 days. And
this is the part that I'm like,
afterwards, what could be recovered of her body was buried. So
that's the phrase.
All hail the Dark Lord.
Like, okay.
Shrieked, not screamed, shrieked non-stop for 10 days.
Yeah.
So whatever it did protected her vocal cords so she didn't lose her ability to scream. But at the end, what could be recovered was buried.
Especially brutal.
And the whole thing was Jarna was not known for having any interest or leaning towards Terangrial, anything like that. So after this horrendous ordeal, basically like the whole town and everybody that ever even heard her name showed out to memorialize and show respect for the saintly woman's burial. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Ishamael was just like, you killed the Amyrlin, you fucked up our chances of knowing what Gitara ever said, and you also ordered that the, Kinslayer be found and killed. And this was Ishamael in 983 NE. This is the same Ishamael that the TV show showed, not immediately killing Egwene. And that's why I call a little bit of bullshit. And by a little bit, I mean a little bit.
He must have had one of these.
He took an Ativan the morning of the Siege of Falma, is what happened. He took an Ativan. He was like, I'm I'm gonna take some of my Flintstone gummies, some vitamins, if you know what I mean. Oh,
Someone was like, okay, someone's like Lanfear standing right next to him, being like, okay, someone's moody.
but I mean, like, it's nuts, right?
I
Because
know it wasn't because Lanfear was imprisoned at this time, but it's a funny image.
it's like the fucking what is it? The story of, was it the USS Wisconsin that took no damage from a shot from a North Korean shore battery and then obliterated the landscape with their
Exactly.
guns, and the only transmission was temper.
Temper.
Yeah. But here's the thing that it speaks to, like, the level of leadership and expectations that Jarna had on her for Ishamael to turn around and see what her failing was and immediately be like, not only are you going to die, it's going to be horrendous and it's going to be a display for all the other Black Ajah that live now,
And it's gonna
and
hurt.
a story enough for Alviarin, who takes over the role as the point that Elida takes over as the Amyrlin. So we know by this point Alviarin's now the head of the Supreme Council of the Black Ajah. Enough for her to still use it as a personal reminder to, I don't know. I mean, I say like a personal reminder. It's 16 years later, but a personal reminder to don't fuck up.
Yeah.
Or you'll scream for 10 days and what's left will be buried and you won't be remembered half as well as Jarna was. Because people liked her.
And let's be honest, we didn't remember Jarna.
I mean,
I didn't.
We all may.
nobody remembers Jarna.
Never forget.
But it's crazy because, like, she, to even reach that level, like, imagine the shit she had to pull and do as a Black Ajah sister to even reach the level she did before the book started. And here's one of the things that I found and that was pointed out about what Jarna does. So she gets mentioned in, and I'm kind of going a little off script from our little guide here. It's a privilege of helping make the suggested guideline. You can go off script and surprise everybody. No one knows where you're going. Keep them guessing.
Wild card, bitches!
She gets mentioned in the Great Hunt through the Shadow Rising kind of time frame because as being so like later on her existence gets revealed to when Egwene and others learn about the Black Ajah, and she's among the sisters who swore to the Dark One long before Leandrin's 13 fled the tower. But at this point we don't know her. But Jordan's planting the seeds, and by the time she's named, she's already been operating or already had been operating in the background for years. So at this stage in Great Hunt through Shadow Rising, she's important not for active scenes, but for establishing how deep and how long, giggity, the Black Ajah's insertion, penetration, infiltration into the White Tower has been. Then Shadow Rising, Jarna is one of the names that Varen quietly has recorded in her secret list of Darkframe. And while not revealed to anybody else, this is a little bit of subtle foreshadowing, but Jordan slips her name in, and this helps with the continuity there to bridge some continuity between how much the Black Ajah has been at work in the times before the books up until now, and connecting her with the current White Tower faction maneuverings and misgivings and all the shit that's happening now. Even though we still, like, we don't see her directly or anything like this, like, she's still kind of significant, but she's just confirmation that the Black Ajah is not limited to Leandrin's runaways. It's not a small faction. It's not a little bit of an effect. It's been a big thing and a big problem for a while, and the White Tower is just now becoming more and more aware of it. And it's not until Lord of Chaos, or not Lord of Chaos, sorry, Crown of Swords, where Alviarin talks about her death and how brutal it is, and kind of reveals the details of what her final actions were as the head of the Supreme Council for the Black Ajah were, that, you know, we realized just like how much she had done. If she had gotten to the level where she could orchestrate the interrogation and murder of an Amyrlin Seat, like, that's the thing. She orchestrated the interrogation and murder of an Amyrlin Seat. That's not a small deal. You know who couldn't kill an Amyrlin Seat?
Right.
Otter Hawkwing.
Right, though?
You know who did? Jarna fucking Malari.
Jarna, she got things done.
Jarna.
Otter
She got
Hawkwing,
things
he's
done.
like Rocket Man. What a joke.
Bad things happen.
Jarna came in with Black Ajah dogs. Beautiful but scary dogs. But it's fucking nuts. But it also then goes to show like the degree to like how serious her failure was and the standard she was held to. Because it wasn't like just some random dark friend showed up and killed her, or she was summoned somewhere else and killed her, or whatever. Ishamael killed her. Basically, at this point, like the only, well, I mean, also in 983, he was the only chosen that could walk around, but still, the Dark One's right hand man.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You done fucked up, Aaron. You're gonna scream for 10 days, and whatever's left, they'll bury."
Well, she didn't. Okay, she didn't even really fuck up though. Let's just like put this into perspective. We don't learn that. Well, we learn that the Dark One is keeping the Emmons Fielders alive at all costs in like book 4, book 5, I want to say. Like we don't know. It's the Dark Friend Social, whatever book that's in. Like, but that's where we learn that under no circumstances lose Theron to be harmed. She
Mhm.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Her crime was the crime of being proactive.
Yeah. Honestly, like I think it's that she was trying to be proactive. She was trying to be a go-getter. But
So-
I don't think she took into account the full
Well, and it's not even like unthinkable that we know the dragon has been reborn. Kill him.
So
Right?
my thought is, I think Ishamael was all about killing her because she ordered the murder of the Dragon Reborn. I don't think the Dark One cared about that. Well, I don't think the Dark One liked that either, but for separate reasons. Ishamael didn't like it because Ishamael, I think, knew like that having the Dark One, having the Dragon Reborn around one way or the other, whether he turned to Shadow or not, and it would be easier if he turned to Shadow, was the key to like me not having to be born again. I think she more so was killed because she killed the one person that could have given them the answers to the information they needed about Guitarra's foretelling. And instead of going, "Hey, chosen master Ishamael, I can't get the answers, I need help," she continued to try on her own to prove herself and killed Tamra. And so the Shadow lost access to that information, and that foretelling could have given them the information to where maybe they intercepted Tam with Rand on his way back from Dragonmount. So honestly, I think there's a fair chance that her fuck up, because Guitarra's straight up foretelling was he lives again. The Dragon Reborn takes his first breaths on the slopes of Dragonmount. If the Shadow had known that, would they have not exhausted every force they had to intercept any newborn age child leaving Dragonmount or around Dragonmount?
But the other thing is though is that the prophecies of the dragon said he would be born on the slopes of Dragonmount. They just didn't know the when. They knew the where.
Yeah.
And also that's like saying, we need
But
to
Guitarra just confirmed the day.
we need to surround, the Rocky Mountains. Like the Dragonmount's fucking massive.
Dragonmount's of one mountain.
It's a
tall
tower.
mountain. It's tall and skinny.
Yeah, I feel like her biggest.
You could surround the base of it.
I feel like she falls into
Turn the Eye of Sauron.
There are so many things like I feel like there are so many like unsolved.
When you click the
mystery
phishing link that IT
cases
sent out as a test,
where it's just like somebody didn't record the information correctly, and that's why it's unsolved. And I feel like Guitarra falls into that, where it's like she thought she could figure it out on her own, so she didn't do what she probably should have done. And then after the fact, she was like, you know what, let's just kill her and cover up the issue. And unfortunately, she had a manager that was paying too close attention, that had been CC'd or BCC'd on all of her bullshit, and was like,
man.
No, we're gonna just trap you in this Tehran grill for the next quarter, and
Yeah.
Hey, I know we said that we'd send you on this resort, but if we could just trap you in this Terran Growl instead, that'd be great.
Well,
we're gonna get those TPS reports. Damn it!
the overall point being, she was a go-getter.
Mhm.
She was a rainmaker. She made the money. She was cashing checks and snapping necks. She was an all-star. She made one minor
She was
mistake.
a
'Cause once
big
again,
stepper. Underground
remember,
method.
she didn't even succeed in this order. She was punished because she gave an order that the Dark One didn't like. Which is like, okay, so like it's a villain archetype. It's a villain like story what's the word I'm looking for? It's a stereotype, right? Like, why would you be a bad guy? The bad guys are always dickheads to their people. They kill their people at the drop of a hat. Why would anybody be a bad guy? And it's one of those things that Robert Jordan just kind of does as well. And it's like,
Rooms
okay,
for
we
rapid
all
advancement.
accept it.
Just don't die.
Yeah, we all
We
accept
have
it.
room for rapid expansion.
We all accept it because there has to be conflict, and the best way to have conflict is to have bad guys. But what we have
The best way to have conflict is murder.
in most of the bad guys in the story, there's a reason why they turned. There's something they wanted, something the shadow promised them. Or in the case of like Ingtar, they were like pressed. They were forced to join. In the case of Varen, also forced to join. Either become a dark friend or we kill you.
Or die. Yeah.
And
Oh, that's another thought. Varen's conversion versus Lanfear's or Mirren's. Varen with a good thought on her head to be like, okay, yeah, I'll serve you, but to like be like, oh, I'll actually be a secret agent versus Mirren who's like, fuck, you busted me. I'll actually serve you and actually does it.
I would like to talk about how the Dark doesn't realize that people can take an oath without meaning to, like, or without actually
swear an oath that
meaning
allows you to lie. Now mean the oath you take to me.
And they're
Well, I
like,
think it's 'cause-
we're the dark side. Nobody would ever think of swearing an oath they wouldn't
I think it
mean.
is like-
Ha, ha, ha.
I know the TV show did it, but isn't it an actual thing in the books? Like to swear the oath to the Dark One and willfully break it is to like surrender your soul.
Yes.
And it's kind of like you just have to hope that what you do saves you enough to where like the creator saves you before you lose your soul, kind of thing.
You
And
promise.
it's very very kind of like Christian in its idea of like exorcism, that like
But I always
the exorcism has to save you before the whatever oath or whatever like.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I
Takes your
always
soul.
thought that was already like just by swearing to the Dark One, like already done. Even if you change your mind later, like
Hey,
you've already made that.
No
decision.
one is so far lost in the shadow that they cannot come back to the light.
That's the thing, right?
Bullshit.
Is there's different levels.
Are you saying the White Cloaks lied?
There's
Sorry,
different
the
levels.
children of the light lied? How can they be children of the light if they talk shadow?
Yes, I am.
Right? Some dark friends are further down that well than other dark friends.
Yeah.
So some of them, I think there's like some tiers, swear different oaths. The further down,
I'll show
that
you some
tier
fucking
you get,
tears
right?
whenever I hit you in the balls.
But I feel
with
like this is one of
greater
those
blessed
things
bat.
where it's like, oh, sure, there are tears on the dark side, but on the light side, it's like, no, you made the first choice. You're done. You know, like, whose tears are they? Do they really matter?
You're only completely done if your soul gets stolen and used to create shadow spawn. All right?
All right.
Then you're fucked.
I didn't suck on anybody's fingers, so I'm good.
That's Grayman. That's Grayman. There's a gray area, just like the Gray Ajah.
Wrong
All
shadow
right,
spawn.
I mean, did you see those fingers? That's one hot librarian. I mean, I'm just
mean-
saying.
You.
All right, as we move
Yeah, I
in,
wouldn't. I said I
Anyway.
as we move into wrapping up here, so a quick summary on who Jarna Malari was. She was a Gray Ajah Sitter. She sat in the hall of the White Tower, not the Hall of Servants, the Hall of the White Tower. She was also Black Ajah. She was the head of the Supreme Council of the Black Ajah. Cooler title. It's a way cooler title. I'm not gonna lie.
It's true.
Cooler title. Worse fucking plants. They didn't even have dental. They don't even have dental.
They don't even have dental.
She was a coup, not a coup plotter, but in a way, a bit of a coup plotter because, you know, she did kind of coup the shit out of Tamra. But ultimately, she was a casualty of her own cause.
Correct.
She flew too close to the dark sun. Black hole sun, you may say. Jarna proves that even characters, I think, with limited page time can have massive, that says ripple, not nipple. Jesus,
Woo!
I cannot read. Massive nipple effects. Massive ripple effects
I like
on...
nipple effects better.
yeah.
I
I mean,
too.
maybe both. We don't know. We don't know what's going on beneath that gray shawl. I'm not going to judge or assume.
Look, two things can be true.
Yeah. So, who knows? And for those of you that want to discuss this further, you can have some questions. What if Jarna had been more successful? What if Jarna maybe had gotten the information out of Tamra that she was seeking and had Guitara's foretelling?
What kind of nipple effects would that have had?
Yeah. Sparkles, little lactation, who knows? This could be a great 4th of July. What if she had been able to just take over as Amyrlin Seat? We had a Black Ajah member as the Amyrlin Seat. Fucking wild. And then you got Alviarin later coming in.
They can't
doing
be
it too.
Can't be the Amyrlin. That's too obvious.
She had a good reputation. Everybody loved her. Leave her alone.
She just likes the color black. Get over it.
And then, rather than the what ifs, you can do the comparative question. Go with the did Jarna potentially cause more long-term damage than Leandrin's defection with Leandrin's 13?
No. Sorry. That's just a knee-jerk reaction.
I would say yeah, because nobody knew the Black Tower was really there with Jarna, and they all found out when Leandrin left. They were like, oh shit, there's some bad fucking people here.
That's fair.
Leandrin was like, I'm gonna rip the whole fucking Band-Aid off, and Jarna was like, I'll just die. Well, not quietly, but nobody will know. Anyway, so the next time somebody says, who even remembers this character, Jarna Malari, you can tell them she is a massive reason why the tower broke in half. Because I'm not remaking the thumbnail. I think she laid the groundwork for Suwon's deposal.
She absolutely.
Jarna walked and then screamed for 10 days so that Elida could run and still not be a dark friend and just reap the benefits of.
And eventually scream for 10 days.
I mean, I think Elida screamed for a lot more than 10 days. I mean,
a minimum of 10 days.
Well, no, Machiavelli says that man will more quickly forget the murder of his father than the theft of his inheritance.
There's no chance that her owner said she could scream for 10 days.
I gotta say,
I've never heard a more offensive yet accurate statement that's like within the bounds of the story. Like, if somebody just took that soundbite, it'd be so fucking bad. Clearly, obviously, it's about Elida being captured by the Shanshan. For anybody that needs context, all right.
I don't care.
Fucking be calm. I know some of you already only heard 40% of what was said and already assumed 60% of the rest. The fucking lunatics.
I would say
I might remake the thumbnail. I don't know, because I feel like the thumbnail I made based off of a fucking lie.
Whatever you
fucking
want.
Jarna got me. She got me. She fucking even I was deceived by Jarna Malari. Fucking this is why you should. Rand was right. Never trust the fucking
This is why we have ants.
Just don't do it.
You want ants? This is how you get ants. Fucking
get
Black Ajah on the floor in Tarvalon.
Let the Ajah hit that.
And it's just that screaming a floor for 10 days, and that's just Jarna just being.
I will say, I think Jarna is a cautionary tale, a lesson that no matter how good you are at being a dark friend, you are
Ishamael will still show up and be like, gotcha.
You are always only one fuck up away from punishment and death.
It's like being in the fucking military, bro.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how good of a troop you are, you're only one fuck up away from Article 15 or discharge.
I mean, that's exactly what it is.
So,
that's my closing. That's my wrap up.
Yeah. While your civilian job might say, hey, nobody died, the dark one won't.
Here's your counseling. Meanwhile, the military is like, we're gonna make you scream for 10 days with no relief, and then bury what's left and say not service connected, no SGLI for your family.
Denied.
SGLI is service members group life insurance, so no payout.
Denied.
You get nothing, in the words of Willy Wonka.
No. Good day, sir.
Reese, what are your final thoughts on Jarna Malari?
You know, she's an unsung hero for some, I'm sure.
Oh no, she sang.
I
for 10
mean,
days.
yeah.
Not well.
She did sing. She shrieked for sure. I think she hit an A5, just like Hunter X.
That's a music joke. Nerds.
But we won't know because it wasn't recorded. Unfortunately.
They lost the phonograph by then. Or it hadn't been invented yet. Whichever way you choose to view history.
She was trapped inside the terangrial and her acoustics would never get out. And yeah, you know, she's a sitter. She's a plotter. She's Aes Sedai and Black Ajah, and she's a casualty of her own ambition, her own shadow.
Just like Obi-Wan. All right, y'all. Make sure you go and check out newcreationsbyjen.com because they do fantastic stuff. If you haven't already got all your stuff, Gathering Madness is coming. Whether you want it or not, the madness will gather. You should be there. You should be a part of it. There are virtual ticket options. $13 for virtual tickets, $60 for in-person. Come and hang out virtually or in person. Schedule will be uploaded to the website very soon. Sources say possibly tonight. We'll see how that goes.
We'll see.
Depends on how some Mahales may be doing after a trade deal between their mouth, their stomach, and their liver. We'll see how it
Our
goes.
source was Jarna, and she's been
Jarna.
shrieking for a few days. So
Fucking Jarna screaming for 5 days saying when will blacktowerpod.com/TGM be updated. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're not a patron, you should check out some of the benefits we have. It's awesome. There's some stickers. There's some physical benefits where we send out like merch and stuff for certain tiers. All that kind of stuff is fun. You can check it out at blacktowerpod.com while you're going there to check out TGM stuff. We're going to stop yapping here. Now we're going to play the outro, and we'll see you all again next time. Same tainty time, same taint channel. Good night. Goodbye. And, you know, watch out for Ishi throwing you into a terangrial, I guess.
Watch.
You've been waiting for this moment, for this feeling to grow. In the shadows, always watching, always running the show. In the tower, you can bring your pain. In the tower, you can feel the strain. You've been having so much trouble